Corrina, your Portland personal stylist and kindness cheerleader. Today I want to talk about a subject that I'm pretty passionate about and I love to share with my clients. There's two items that I want to focus on, and really the title of my subject today is Buying and Styling for Success. So there are two areas where typically a lot of my clients will fall into a few pitfalls when they're trying to style themselves and build out their closet. The first area will be what we call convenience location shopping, as well as the second piece is online shopping. So just to give you a few statistics, the average person will spend between $2,400 to $4,800 a year on their clothing expenses. And typically my clients, I'll find most of the time, will only end up wearing about 10 to 20% of what's in their closet and what they've spent for that year. Within 6 months, approximately 50% of that closet will end up being donated or given away because it's not being worn, it's not the right style, it's not the right color, it's not the right fit. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about, as a busy professional or as a busy person who has a lot going on in their lives, which most of us do, we tend to not have or budget a lot of time for our shopping. So we end up shopping in two locations, and one of those is what I call the convenience location. So one of those areas that I think is most popular with a lot of my clients would be the mall or Target. We'll use Target as an example. So a lot of times we're running into Target to get that last minute need or that thing for a children's project that's due the next day that you just found out about earlier this afternoon. And you peruse through the clothing aisle because you haven't had a lot of time to shop for yourself, but you might need a few key pieces that you want to boost yourself up and boost your closet with. And you have the time, you have the money, and so you spend that within the clothing area of Target, and you compromise yourself a little bit on style and color or quality as you're doing so, but you convince yourself it's convenient and I have the budget, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you an example is that for most of the black cardigans that you'll find at Target are anywhere between $29.99 and $34.99. Unfortunately, those end up pilfing very quickly, and then you find yourself having to replace it within 3 to 5 months. And just to make sure that it has that nice clean look and professional look that you would need to utilize it for day in and day out. And another way to approach that is to basically be looking at your closet, assessing your closet for that need, and then purposefully finding an item that might be 2 to 3 times more than what you would spend at Target, but would last for years to come and would have less likelihood to have reduced quality within a short period of time. So that's kind of one example and one area that I want to talk about. And a lot of times we do a thing called impulse buying. So not only just buying things that are convenience and location, we impulsively buy things because we're looking to do something new. We want to challenge our style, and so we buy things impulsively and not knowing how that lays in our body type, or how that will go with what we have in our closet, and if we'll be able to interchange that and maximize the utilization of that piece. So what I say is that before you continue to shop, it is really important to start to assess what you have in your closet and get a really strong checklist and blueprint of the style that you're after. And once you stabilize and create that checklist, you can keep that on your phone wherever you may be. So when you are doing those convenience shopping trips and you are in that aisle of the clothing area, you can challenge yourself to look at, okay, what was on my style blueprint and my checklist that I know I need to build up my closet that will keep me lasting quality and multiple outfits with maximum benefit. And so when you look at that list, you'll look and you'll realize, okay, I do have a black cardigan on this list. Is this going to last me more than 3 to 5 months, or even into the next year, the next season that I'll wear it? And if the answer is it's not on your list, or if it's not going to last you next season, then the instinct would be then to choose to not to buy that item, and then to purposely find a time or find a way to look for that item when you have more time, or you can go online shopping and search for that item that meets your needs. Another trick I like to do is when you're trying to online shop, you can always go online, look at certain pieces, and if you don't know how your size is going to fit or what the quality or how the brand is going to play out for you, you pick a few items, you identify if they're in the location near you, and then you plan a path to go visit that location and try those things on. This is a great tool, this is a great thing to do because it allows you to get familiar with the clothing that you like, so that when you go back to go online shopping, the next time around, you'll know how things fit you, you'll know what kind of quality you're looking for, what kind of styles and brands that work for you, and before you know it, you'll be able to work yourself into a consistent online shopping, which will save you time in the long run. And as we talk about online shopping, there are some pitfalls that happen with online shopping, and just like I said, online shopping is a great tool to save time, and it's one of the fastest growing industries out there from a clothing and fashion perspective. Shopify is a website that basically helps automate platforms for retailers. So basically it allows for anybody and their mother to go online, start up their own retailer website and sell clothing as long as they have a stock of wholesale items to sell. In fact, Shopify has grown its business by 95% in the last 2 years. Now what that tells me as a personal stylist expert is that there are tons of retailers coming online that are reaching out and using wholesalers, the same wholesale clothing stores that Target uses, that Ross uses, etc., etc. And so they have this really great thing where they present these beautiful photos with these beautiful models, and really the reality is that that product or that piece that they're selling is triple marked up. So I know for a fact, for example, Ark & Company, it is a wholesaler that sells to Target, it sells to famous stores like Buckle, and I know that when I go and shop for that and I see that brand, that I know it's 3 times less as a wholesaler, and the quality is the same as what you would buy at Target, and it would not wear as well. So what that says is that it's a more dangerous environment now to shop online and make sure you're getting the quality that you deserve and getting lasting items for your closet. So with that said, one of the things that when we look at these models, not only considering quality, but also what is your body style. A lot of times we look at these beautiful laid out models with this blouse laying on top of their body type, and it looks gorgeous when you look online, but unfortunately maybe it's not built for your body type. So then you receive it, you put it on, and you realize, oh wow, I'm a large-breasted woman, and this ruffle going across the top of my chest does not flatter me, or does not flatter me the same way the model who was probably a smaller chest in the picture. So again, when you go into stores and you start trying these things on and testing these things out based on what you see online, that kind of helps you, but it also helps to know your body type and know the specific cuts and types of clothing that you're looking for online, despite what the model looks in them. For example, I am a larger chested woman, so I look for things with a V cut, a cross cut, darker colors on top, a little bit more cap sleeve to sort of proportion out the rest of my upper area. And I know this, and I will tell you that unfortunately, when I go and look online for these items, that I only find a handful of them out of hundreds and hundreds of models. Even though I love all the other things that are on there and that they look great on the model, I know that personally they're not a good buy for me. And the next piece that you want to think about is returnable. So if you are going to be online shopping, you want to understand if it's returnable. There are some great online stores, Gilt, spelled G-I-L-T, not sure if everybody's familiar with it, but a lot of us will look at that online store to buy quality brands at lower prices. And unfortunately, you'll see that there are only certain items that would be returnable when you buy them. So you would be spending $50 to $75 on a top that you're not 100% sure will work, and then it's non-returnable. Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack is the same way. There are certain items that are non-returnable, and they'll indicate that in your shopping cart. So it's really important, if you're unsure of what you're buying, that you pick an item that's returnable and that you understand the return policy, and that it's something that you're able to return very easily for yourself without a lot of additional cost. Otherwise, you again spend money on something and it ends up in the donation pile without getting and being able to recoup that cost. So all in all, there's two areas. Again, convenience shopping and online shopping. We all do it. It's just a matter of putting in perspective and understanding how to set some guardrails and boundaries for yourself to make sure that you're an effective shopper and that you're styling yourself with cost and quality in mind. Thank you so much, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can do so at CorrinaStasek.com. I'll keep them up regularly on my blog, and keep styling